Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I haven't been on for a while, but I've been a little bit busy just doing my own thing. So I haven't really had time to do any filming and then the editing, because it all takes quite a bit of time. But what I have been doing is my Model A airplanes in the last few weeks. I've visited a couple of shows. I went to, as you may have seen on my previous video, I went to the Chipmunk fly-in for its 80th anniversary at Halfpenny Green. Then I went to Weston Model Show, model planes, where they have quite a big show, which is only like a 10-15 minute drive for me. But everybody comes from around the country and generally goes to that one. It's one of the biggest ones in the country every year. Welcome to Weston Model Air Show 2026. We're going to go and have a look round and have a look at some of the planes that are being flown. See what I can buy, what I don't want to buy. Have a drink. It's a bit breezy, but okay. The guys are out there flying like. So come on, let's go and have a look, see what we can find. Look at that. Is he in there? Should we go and say hello to Martin? Is he in there? Right, we're going to go and have a chat with my mate from Beauty and the Geek, was it? Here he is, look.
Oh, we're on a camera.
You're on a camera today.
While eating apples. It's a great publicity film for healthy eating.
There you go, see?
So my goodness, that's what we like to see.
So, the man from around the world, you get everywhere, don't you?
Oh yes. It was Popham Show, then Joe Knoll, then Los Angeles, then Brisbane, then Melbourne, then Brisbane, then Sydney, then Los Angeles, Florida, then Weston Park. So the last 30 days has been a little bit busy, but no.
So we're going to see you on TV again anytime soon, Martin?
Maybe. We'll have to...
Oh, there's something under the...
We'll have to watch this space. There's always something coming. You just got to keep yourself busy and out of trouble. Gotta keep busy and... So I've done that one. I've also been to Sleep.
I went to see the large RC plane show, which was a few weeks ago.
Landing. Now a flat turn here. You can see there the rudder is pushed in hard to the right and balancing the angular bank with the ailerons.
Wow, he's going sideways.
Absolutely.
Whoa, listen to the grunt on that engine.
And then last weekend I went to the fly-in at Halfpenny Green. A fly-in being for real planes, where anybody can fly in and they don't get charged for landing there. They just come for the day and people just go and watch, take photographs, and you get to see all sorts of things. So I have been rather busy and luckily for most of those shows, my friend Barry, who has come and picked me up, because I don't have a car anymore, other than my wife has a car, but obviously she goes off to work, so he's come and picked me up. And the reason I haven't got a car is I struggle driving. I can drive, but the pain in my back is too much after a certain period of time, so I don't drive too often. But lucky enough, Barry's come and helped me and took me to a few of the shows. But today I'm just going to show you a few things that I get up to through the RC planes, things that I do, which I hadn't done for quite a while until a couple of months ago. I decided to go back into glow engines, and I've actually picked up a few more planes since you saw me last. I've got a bush plane that I'm getting ready, which has got a 2-stroke in. I've got a cub, a grasshopper, that's hanging up on the ceiling at the moment that needs all sorting out. Obviously I've got my chipmunk that you saw last time, needs sorting out, and I've also got a Junior 60 which I've parked in the roof space for the time being, because that will probably be one of the last ones that I get to. I have got a couple of brackets coming that I'm going to fit to the joists in the garage here or into my workshop, so I can store them a bit better than I've got them. So hopefully they'll turn up today, and hopefully I can get a couple of planes on there, and you know, it's going to just help store them away, because they are bulky items, especially the wings become a problem really to store, but you have to get round it, and those should turn up today. But what also I'm going to do, again, my friend Barry, he made me a Li-ion battery up. There you go, that there, with an XT60 plug on, so I can use it on my glow driver. So I can use that to clip onto an engine, or I can use that one. However, I need to put an XT60 plug on there, which I'll be doing shortly. But I can plug these in to here like this. I'm going the wrong end. You can only plug them in the right end, so that goes in there. Then this type of glow drive will clip onto the end there, and so once I've got an XT60, that will be able to plug in there, and then I can use that type. It depends on the engine and where the engine sits on the plane, you know, kind of determines which kind of clip you can use. These ones you can't get on every engine, and you need to get in and just put one of those on. So that's the reason I got the two. What I'll do, I'll just drop this on I don't know whether the camera will pick this up. I'll drop it on a glow plug. You might be able to see it glow up. I'll get a red light to say that's okay, and then it's very, I don't know if the camera will pick that up. I doubt it, I don't know. I think you might be able to just see the glow, but trust me, it is glowing. I'll just take that off. What that does, it helps us when you turn the plane over, will ignite the fuel, and away your engine will go, and then you can take that off. So let me just take this battery back out, and when you got new XT60 plugs, they are quite tight to get off. There you go, just put that on there. But also what I'm going to have a look at, I've had a delivery today of another engine. It is, just pop it off the lid off. It is an old one, and it's all gummed up. It's an OS Max FP40. There it is, and look at the state of that. I'm going to see if I can get that going. It's seized up at the moment, seized solid. Now, when I purchased it off eBay, the description just said it hadn't been tested, so it comes as it is. Now, okay, it might not have been tested, but it would have been nice to know that it wasn't seized up. But I've decided I'm going to have a go, see if I can get it fixed. That's what it looks like. It's in a right old state. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to sort this plug out on this glow stick before I start looking at that engine, and we'll have a look at that together, and you can see how I'll clean them up, and then you'll see hopefully I can get it freed up. There's a possibility it might not be any good, so if it's like that, it cost me £20 on eBay. I've lost £20, but it would have been nice to know that it was seized up before I brought it. Although it hadn't been tested, it did say it hadn't been tested, but you've only got to turn the crank round to see if it's seized, and it would have been nice if that was in the description, but there we go. Right, so I'll just get my soldering iron ready. These off. In fact, I'm going to see if I can unsolder them, because they're only soldered on, because they're reasonably good crocodile clips, so I can reuse them at some point. If I just drop them in the vise, let's have a look. I just lightly hold it in the vise. In fact, it'll clamp onto the rubber grip on the back, so it won't damage it. So let's see if we can get this unsoldered. Here we go. That's one done. Warm. Just pop that over there and put the next one in, just like that. Now, I'm not the greatest solderer in the world, but what I need to do, suffice. Comes, just go in now. There we go. That's it, and those two plugs are off. So what I need to do next is solder on an XT60 plug, and I have to do the opposite to that one. Shrink wrap to go on the cable. I can take those two ends off, and they go with those crocodile clips. I've got a small jig for using with plugs. Let me just get a piece of paper towel. There we go. Just put that on my jig. It can go one of two ways round, but that will suffice. Just put that there. Like that. Just going to add a little bit of flux. Only a little bit in there, just like that. when the hot solder hits it, it'll melt and run down. That's it. Just put the shrink wrap on. But what I'm going to do before I attempt to solder that, I'm just going to drop some solder into that plug, into the lugs. Just get my solder. Just let it fill up. Just drop them all. That should do it. And the same with this one. Just let it run down into the plug. That's it. The plus side is always the flat side of the XT60. So what I'll do now is just warm that solder back up. And then what I'll do is just push that in, let it set. Then exactly the same on the other side. Like that. Let that set. Just wind my solder back in while that cools. Then over we go with a heat shrink, just to protect those connections. Just the side of the iron, let that shrink. There it goes, and nicely shrinks over and makes a nice tight fitting. That's it, and that's the plug on. Just take that out. Nice tight fit, and there you go. That's XT60 on. Right, so where am I? Right, yes. Put them in there. I need another space. I actually 3D printed that box. Just to put some bits and bobs in. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use it for. I used it just to put some engine bits in while I was cleaning the SC65, and I just used it to just drop the bits in there. But I'm going to use it, and I may print off a couple more for storage for things and put them on my shelf. But yeah, I 3D printed that. I brought my 3D printer, was it just before Christmas? I never used one before, but there are the odd things that they come in for, and you know, they're quite fun to watch something come alive from just like a piece of plastic, and it melts it and you see it build up. It's quite interesting.